Guys, it's official, okay? YouTube is garbage. YouTube sucks. YouTube is fucking worthless. Alright? So, right now, I'm on the front page of YouTube, and it's important to note here that I'm signed out. I'm signed out of my account. And we're on the main home page. So everything that we're seeing here is, everything that the main algorithm is pushing. And in case you haven't already noticed, this is all garbage. Alright, it's complete and utter fucking garbage. And I want to explain why it's garbage. And more than that, too, I want to address the direction that YouTube and other platforms are going in when it comes to pumping out this kind of like low effort slop and, especially the short form content, the YouTube shorts. We're going to get into that. And how this content really affects us as a people. All right, so there's really three main points that I'd like to make here. But really quick, before that, why don't we just take a quick look at what's on the front page of YouTube here. And pay attention to the thumbnails, guys. That's another thing I want to focus on. Really pay attention to some of these thumbnails. Does anything here look like it was made for adults? Like, to be honest, it's all like brightly colored, like absurd, like almost surreal thumbnails. Like, and especially with like the exaggerated faces that people make. That especially really bothers me. Um, like look at this. This is a Mr. Beast thumbnail. We're gonna get into him as well. I mean, this is just like everybody has like some ridiculous over the top, especially like this right here, this. It's not hard to spot. Really, I mean, it always has to be some insane shocked face or angry face or some stupid expression and the brightly colored text and just everything. It's just all horrible, so heavily edited. It just like why, dude? This is awful. All right. So anyway, three main points that I really like to drive home here. Number one, YouTube has become creatively bankrupt. All right, and the culture around it has fallen into these really aggressive clickbait tactics and attention grabbing tactics, and even I would describe them as like formulas, really. And just derivative content in general. Number two, short form content, the YouTube shorts. This is annihilating our attention spans and our mental health. And I have some literature here later on that we're going to take a look at, and that's going to back me up on that. And they're really pushing this short form content into every facet of social media. Of course, it's not just YouTube. TikTok, of course, is built around it. You have Snapchat, Instagram Reels, things like this. Even Reddit, which is like Reddit is a discussion-based platform where you read. You're supposed to be reading the majority of the time. But even Reddit has like a watch tab where you like click on it, you can just scroll through videos endlessly. It's like, what? On Reddit? Like, why, dude? This is absurd. That doesn't even like that's ridiculous. Completely and utterly ridiculous. Uh and the final point, number three, of course, the advent of AI, making it pretty much effortless to pump out, this sort of low effort slop. So we've taken a quick look at the front page. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen anything remotely interesting or intelligent. It's all just like horrible slop, clickbait, derivative, ridiculousness that doesn't even deserve the time of day. So, circling back to point number one, derivative content and formulas. And we're going to talk about the Mr. Beast formula. I pulled up his page right here. So, Mr. Beast, one of, if not the most popular content creator on YouTube. He really pioneered one of the formulas that I've been noticing on YouTube in the past couple years, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about here. Um, and just looking at the numbers, I mean, this is insane, guys. 466 million subscribers, and taking a quick look at the views, 18 million. It was 16 hours ago. 94 million, 101 million, all the way up to, let's see, 202 million. I mean, guys, this content is just, it's beyond blowing up. It's just, wow. Like, it's hard to even wrap your head around those kind of numbers. So, keep that in mind as we go through this, all right? All right, so take a look at some of the most recent videos here. Let's see. $1 versus $1 trillion futuristic tech. 30 celebrities fight for $1 million. Survive 30 days trapped in the sky, win $250,000. 100 pilots fight for a private jet. 100 kids versus world's strongest man. $1 versus $500,000 date. I'm sure I don't even need to point it out, but it's all like the same, like weird competition reality show shit, and like I'm not even sure how, but Mr. Beast has really pioneered this formula of like $1 versus $1 trillion bajillion million X, you know, insert whatever, doesn't really matter. Um, I have no clue how that got so popular, but as far as I know, he's the originator of that. And I'd like to point out the fact that Mr. Beast has spawned many, many clones, and we're gonna get to that in a second, a little bit more in detail, but and another thing that's worth pointing out, I mean, you know, this is obvious from the beginning, but you know, this is kids shit. Like kids are watching this. I don't think, or at least I would really hope that adults are not sitting around watching this. Like I can only assume this is the majority audience of kids, but that's honestly quite concerning because we are going to take a look at one of the videos here. I guess I'll just kind of pick at random, but pay very close attention to what happens in these videos. All right. Um, yeah, I kind of watched a little bit before, so I already know going in what's going to happen. So, but just we're gonna get into it, all right? Let's just do this one. $1 versus $1 trillion house, of course. Yes, wonderful.
This is a $100 million mega mansion, and it's possibly the most luxurious house ever built by mankind. And we're gonna be comparing.
So right off the bat, I feel like my senses are being assaulted. He's like almost screaming within the first like 10 seconds of the video. And you know, very fast-paced editing. Let's watch a little more here.
Living in this house to living in this $69 million art house that's built to withstand a literal tsunami.
Of course, nothing happening on the screen is real. It's like all this like weird CGI shit and like these crazy drone shots that might kind of be real, but it's like he's still editing shit in, and yeah, needless to say, doesn't exactly match up with reality.
$30 million palace with its very own water park, and everything in between, all the way down to this $1 barely functioning house.
More of a shed.
Well, it's only $1. Why does this house cost $1?
Guys, please notice that during this video, the camera shots are changing so fast that it doesn't linger on a single shot for more than like 2 seconds. That's how fast-paced the editing is. And like, it's so overstimulating, and it's designed to be that way to capture your attention. He's hyper optimized his videos for, to retain your attention. Everything has to be a million miles an hour. The special effects, the brightly colored, text, cartoon sound effects, horrible meme sound effects. And to be honest, this video is not even as bad as some of the other ones I've watched. I mean, this one's a little bit more tame, it seems like, but yeah, I'm still noticing a lot of the same shit. I don't know how much more of this I can take, really. This guy really fucking irritates me.
Yeah, we get another storm. It's probably going to go into the water. So it's worth $1 for me just to get rid of it.
So you would say this is a horrible investment for me?
Skip around real quick.
It's starting to look nice.
The lower floor of this mansion comes with its very own movie theater and personal gym.
This treadmill requires a passcode to use. 6969.
It's not 6969.
A guest bedroom, entertainment area, and a bar where the owner left us a bunch.
Look how far back the drone is, and it's still going.
Go have fun, but don't break anything.
Roger that.
Once again, it hasn't really changed. Super fast-paced editing, stupid sound effects. I feel like he's fucking screaming in my ear. Yeah, so let me back up a little bit. Oh, one thing I forgot to pull up, real quick. I really want to examine some of Mr. Beast's thumbnails. And I couldn't do it on his page because you can't really zoom in that well, but I could just pull one up here, it's all good. And, the thumbnails, I find this very offensive, to be honest. Let's just see. Oh, here was one of the ones I was looking at, yeah. Here we go. This is it. This is a Mr. Beast thumbnail. Guys, take a close look at what's going on here. Alright, this guy right here, this is not what real people look like. Alright, this is like some weird edited, I don't know if it's AI, it very well could be. I don't want to jump to that conclusion right away, but at the very least, it's heavily edited. He has this ridiculous, absurd expression on his face. Skin is clearly edited, teeth edited to be unnaturally white. Photoshopped in, obviously it's not a live action shot. It looks like he took the saturation, like in Photoshop, the saturation tool, like he cranked that shit up to 1,000. Cranked up the contrast to 1,000. Everything. It's just so in your face. It's like just this ridiculous, blinding array of colors and ugh. It's so ridiculous. It's too much, man. It's just too much. So, the Mr. Beast clones. There are many of them. And here's one example. J Stu Studios. 3.7 million subscribers. Now, we're going to take a look. No, we're not going to watch these guys, but we are going to just take a brief overlook of the channel. And we're going to notice something almost immediately, alright? Costco versus Walmart Christmas party. $250 versus $2,500 skiing challenge. Let's see. Amazon versus Temu hoverboard challenge. $10 versus $1,000 pickleball challenge. Extreme Amazon versus Temu challenge. Extreme hide and seek in amusement park. $1,000 versus $10. Guys, I mean, this is like, it's a complete and utter ripoff of Mr. Beast. Of course, of course. You know, but here's the thing. It's working. It's working. 3.7 million subs. Hundreds upon thousands of views. Alright, looks like ranging anywhere from 200,000 on the low end up to, let's see. We got 400,000 here. So almost a million right there. 1.4 million. 5 million. And anywhere in between. And, no doubt with views like these guys are probably making a pretty comfortable living off this. So, it works, and it's just a carbon copy of Mr. Beast. We see the absurd money challenges. And this is not the only Mr. Beast clone. There's any number of these clones out there. Some more successful, some less. But they have infected the platform, okay? And the Mr. Beast-ification of YouTube is a huge problem. And it's horrible because the content is not compelling, it's not interesting. It appeals to like middle schoolers or probably even younger. And it's very overstimulating, horrible slop that, you know, that kids should not be watching probably. Alright, so we covered Mr. Beast. So, back to my second main point, the short form content. Now, I want to make it clear that YouTube pushes the short form content onto you. It pushes it onto you aggressively. Alright, very aggressively. I'm sure most of you guys have your own YouTube pages. Now, you will notice that there is no option to remove shorts completely. You can't do it, no matter what. The only way that you can almost get rid of shorts completely is if when they show up in your recommended feed, you just click not interested, not interested, not interested, and you just do that over and over and over, and you don't watch. Eventually, they'll slow down a lot, but they will never disappear completely. I've done that on my own account. I go out of my way to never watch shorts, and I still get recommended shorts. So at a certain point, there's nothing you can do. I don't care what people say, it is not optional. That's absolutely not optional. You know, so we are going to watch a little bit of shorts, but, you know, the shorts in particular are really, to me, it's almost worse than, like, the Slop and the Mr. Beast shit, because, you know, we have documented evidence of, the effects this is having on our mental health, and, it's not good, guys, so, I'm kind of scared. I don't want to watch YouTube shorts. I think they're horrible, but, let's see how long we can go watching shorts without, killing ourselves, I guess.
Get on with it, get on with it, get on, we get on.
Oh my god. Right off the bat, I'm fucking horrified. Look at this guy's face right here. Maybe zoom in a little bit. Like, take a good look at that guy, right? Ugh, I can't even finish that. What is even happening here? Like,
Love your daughter. What do you have to offer her? Nothing. Only this.
What's that supposed to be about, baby?
okay.
In India, there is a tree that has been floating in the air for hundreds of years, even though it has no roots touching the ground. It has not fallen, and its leaves are still green, which is unbelievable. Because of that, people started
Notice how fast the words are moving here, the stupid sound effects and everything.
tying prayer threads to it, and the officials also began promoting it as a tourist attraction with videos.
The special effects.
But when tourists finally came to see it, they realized the tree actually had one hidden supporting root. In India,
You know, I really want to point out that all of these we watched so far, you know, there's no actual substance to any of these. It's either like memes or like weird obscure shit, or it's like just some. All right, so like the point I really want to make is that these shorts are made for you to gawk at. That's all it is. You're supposed to just sit here and gawk at them. You're not supposed to think. You're not supposed to listen to anything. You're not supposed to consider what's happening. You know, nothing is being discussed. You know, nothing is being rational. It's all like you're just supposed to sit there and go, ooh, wow, whoa. Like a fucking monkey, dude. This is horrible. I can't imagine. I can't imagine watching this shit. And you know what, dude? It's bad enough that kids have to be exposed to this, but I know you people are out there. I know you fucking adults watch this shit. I know you do. I've seen people do it. I see it every fucking day. You know, could be anywhere. Could be people at work. You know, maybe out in public you see someone watching this horrible shit. And it's like, I can't believe this fucking shit, dude. Like everything, like the horrible cartoony sound effects. It's like, really? You guys are I can't believe it, dude. I just can't believe it. And look at the attention this gets. I mean, it's insane. This like blows normal videos out of the water. 2.3 million likes, 20,000 comments. Oh my God, man. Yeah. Wonderful. Great. Like what is going on here, man? You know, this in particular I find horrible because I've seen this like effect. I don't know what you would call it, like they cranked up the HDR, but this is just ugly to look at, man. But they do it on purpose because it's so like eye-catching, you know, and it just like if you really zoom in, it's so heavily edited, it doesn't even look remotely like reality, and it's so insane. I mean, plus this could also just be AI, but regardless, the point still stands of the ridiculous contrast. It's not gonna load, that's okay. I was pretty much done anyway. Um, yeah, I for one feel dumber having watched that. And I may quite literally be dumber, according to some literature here. So, new study shows short form video is destroying our brains. Now, this is not the actual study, this is just an article on the study. I do have the actual study here that I did want to read a short excerpt from in a minute. Oh shit, hang on. Okay, there we go. All right. First, going to read a little bit of the article. Just let's see. New study shows that consuming short form video, e.g., TikTok, leads to a significant decline in cognitive function, attention, and self control. Similarly to recent research into heavy use of ChatGPT and other LLMs, the results are important and disheartening. It's time we start talking about the impact of ultra processed information on our brains. Let's see. The study included nearly 100,000 people and evaluated their short form video consumption and its impact. The results: individuals who regularly consumed short form videos on infinite scroll apps, you know, just like YouTube Shorts that allow you to scroll forever, of course, had dramatically worse cognitive and emotional health across measures such as basic thinking, paying attention, exerting self control, and the experience of anxiety, depression, and stress. And a quick excerpt from the research itself. Repeated exposure to highly stimulating, fast-paced content. Boom, right there. I mean, like, everything we just watched, from those Mr. Beast videos to the shorts, all very fast-paced, highly stimulating, lots of special effects, of course. All right, content may lead to habituation, wherein users become desensitized to slower, more cognitively demanding tasks such as reading, problem solving, or deep learning. Of course, if you just sit here and, scroll shorts forever, your brain is going to get so accustomed to the overstimulation and, all the fast-paced editing. Oh, and what's even worse about this is that it's not like people are just sitting scrolling shorts in isolation. They're doing it while they're playing video games, while they're watching movies, Netflix. So that just adds an extra layer of overstimulation. It's almost like an exponential effect. So, let me see if I can find the, oh yeah, here we go. This is from the actual study that this article was referencing. I wanted to read a little bit of this part about cognition here. Several studies have highlighted the negative association between heavy SFE, that's short form video, use and cognition, particularly attention. Research indicates that higher SFE consumption is linked to poorer attention across both young and older populations. This association has also been observed at a neural level, with heavy SFE users exhibiting reduced electrophysiological activity during attention tasks compared to regular SFE users. Guys, it is literally shutting your brain down. It's slowing your brain down. When you sit there and endlessly scroll shorts or TikTok or whatever stupid shit it is quite literally on the neural level making you dumber. And not just that, increasing, proneness to anxiety, boredom, and just like your general emotional regulation. So this is bad, guys. This is really bad. And, consider the fact, as I pointed out earlier, YouTube forces this shit onto you. The other platforms force that shit onto you. It's very, very hard to avoid. In today's internet environment, if you want to avoid this short form content, you have to go out of your way. You have to go out of your way to do it, because by default, they will push that onto you. So yeah, really, really scary, really disheartening. Um, so circling back to my third point, uh, the use of AI in all this. So, of course, generative AI makes it easier than ever to effortlessly push out this kind of slop content. And people, especially, really young kids or elderly people, might have trouble distinguishing AI from reality because, of course, now it's gotten so good at making photorealistic, images or video, um, that, those who are easily influenced might believe that an AI video quite literally is reality. And this is very dangerous, of course, because this could lead to people believing fake events, that never happened, fake news, of course, and for, general propaganda purposes, which I know has been a huge problem on Facebook. And, this doesn't even mention the, the economic impacts of AI, as well as the environmental, with everything they're doing with the data centers, the pollution, the resource hogging, all the electricity and, water for the cooling and everything. So, of course, AI is making this problem exponentially worse. You know, not just on YouTube either. I'm sure I don't even have to say it, but AI is completely fucking everywhere on the internet. It's horrible. And I hope it fucking dies. It's not going to, but I hope it does. So, I want to kind of address a couple counter arguments that some might have to the points I've made in this video. Um, man, some of these thumbnails still, like, look at this guy's face, man. Like, uh, sorry, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Just fucking, oh my god, this shit is so horrible, man. All right, anyway, uh, one common counter argument that someone might have is that, well, these YouTubers, they're doing this for a living. They need the clicks, they need the engagement. So of course they're going to clickbait. Of course they're going to do all this attention grabbing shit. My response to that is, I don't care. Um, Content creators need to have self-respect. All right, they should not be embarrassing themselves and foregoing creative integrity just for clicks. You know, and also they need to recognize their own influence. I know I've already said it, but again, a lot of these audiences are young kids, right? And they look up to these types of content creators, of course, all right? And they need to do better because it's not good to have kids looking up to these people who just they make these horrible videos that, aren't. And I haven't even covered some of the worst shit. I mean, a lot of these videos are like sexually charged and really just not appropriate for kids. Um, but of course the creators don't care. They're just there for the clicks. Um, but yeah, they need to do better. I don't care they have to do it for a living. I don't feel bad for them at all. Okay. A second counter argument that I'd like to cover. Oh, well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. First of all, I don't watch it. And, it isn't even really about my personal preference on what to watch. It's more about YouTube's culture of this, just a culture of stupidity, slop, and, prioritizing attention over everything. And, I really want to make the point that when these types of creators make videos, you know, the attention comes first. It comes first before creativity, before honesty, before the truth. First and foremost, they're there to get your attention, right? Now, some might say, well, what's the solution to all this? Um, I would say we need a YouTube alternative, or at the very least, like a social media platform that offers no monetization for this type of shit. Because, that's really a driving factor here, is the monetization, of course, making people so desperate for clicks, so desperate for engagement, you know. And sadly, I don't know that we're gonna get um, a good YouTube alternative. I know some places have tried, and it doesn't usually turn out that well. But yeah. So but another thing is that another possible solution is that speak out against this shit. Call out slop for what it is. Recognize that it is fucking slop. Recognize that it's making us stupider, right? And just disengage from it. Disengage. Go out of your way to avoid it if you can. Do your best. To just avoid this type of content. And if you come across a channel that is, genuine and really creative, of course there's tons of them out there, YouTube is an insanely large platform. There's so many fucking people on here. So of course not everybody's horrible slop Mr. Beast, but But you know, when you do come across a YouTuber, you know, a real genuine creative YouTuber who makes good content, you know, praise them, say, hey, in a sea of slop, you made a good video, right? So, you know, in conclusion, YouTube and platforms like it are purposefully pushing garbage at us from various angles. Not just, you know, the YouTube as a company, but of course the creators themselves are pushing this shit onto us. Um, so we need to recognize it, we need to be aware of it, and you know, protect your mental health. Because this is affecting us, man. This is affecting our mental health, as we've demonstrated here. All right, this is not good. This is not good. This is fucking garbage. Everything you see on the screen, worthless, garbage. Don't watch it. All right, tell your friends that it's garbage, and don't engage. Don't engage. You know, don't reward these fucking idiots. All right, please. But yeah, YouTube is garbage, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.